Welcome, first of all, in Pininfarina. Thank you for coming. As I was saying before, today we are here to unveil the first project we have worked with our prestigious partner, NAMX. We are ready to start. Thank you.
Pininfarina has been designing the future for 90 years. The future of people, their dreams and desires. Design drives imagination beyond limits and technique. Design enables us to create emotions, meaning, and impact. Enriching and enchanting how people move, play, learn, and connect. We combine an innate Italian sense of beauty, balancing it with technological and business innovation, but also ethics. Design is more than an approach or a set of skills and tools. It is a mindset to interpret the world and to decide how to behave collectively to craft material and immaterial experiences, now and into the future. A future that we at Pininfarina will continue to imagine, design and build.
I ask Mr. Pininfarina to join me to start the conference.
Okay. Thank you very much for everyone and welcome to Pininfarina. One of my responsibilities is to care about the Pininfarina brand, to protect the Pininfarina brand and the heritage and the history of Pininfarina. Therefore, I can tell you that this is the right project for Pininfarina and for the Pininfarina brand. Why? For many reasons. First of all, this project is new. So the name of the company is NAMX, starts from new. New means that this project is innovative, and innovation is the DNA for Pininfarina. So every project Pininfarina has been developed in the last almost 92 years now, was innovative. So this is a Pininfarina project. Also, this project to me is sustainable, but sustainable environmentally and socially. So it's two-time sustainable. For example, this project is contemporary, geopolitically contemporary, because in this project there is a redefinition of the production and the supply chain with some kind of reshoring of some activities to Africa, to Morocco for the African market. So it's really a competitive, contemporary project, sustainable from the geopolitical point of view. Pininfarina is an international company that is open to new markets. So Pininfarina has always been international. So Pininfarina is a designer for the world. So my grandfather wanted to have Pininfarina engaged not only in Italy with Italian companies, but also, as you know, with important collaboration in France and in the United States and in the UK and in Japan. So in the most important automotive countries at that time. But now the world has become bigger, and so we like to be involved in the development, in these new developments in the world, because we are a designer of the world, and we really want to think that we are working for the world to become a better place to live. So the fact that through this project, again, we will be able to support something that will create new jobs in Africa feel us also, as I said before, more socially responsible. Finally, the design. So the values of designs are fully respected. So I consider this a Pininfarina project in terms of design values, because this is a project with purity and care, quality and care of the details. So again, a right project for Pininfarina, and we as a company are proud and happy to be part of this team of experts. Thank you very much.
I ask Fauzia Naya, founder and CEO of NAMX, to join me. Thank you.
Monsieur le Président, chers partenaires industriels, chers journalistes, chers actionnaires, mesdames et messieurs, je voudrais d'abord, du fond du cœur, vous remercier d'être présents et vous dire ma fierté de m'adresser à vous aujourd'hui en ce lieu. Ce jour n'est pas un jour comme un autre. Nous sommes dans un lieu chargé d'histoire, un lieu d'audace, un lieu d'innovation, un lieu de créativité, où l'avenir s'écrit toujours au présent. De ces ateliers de Pininfarina et de l'esprit de ceux qui y travaillent sont nées, et vous le savez, des voitures qui hantent nos souvenirs et des formes qui habitent nos rêves. Je suis Fauzi Anaja et avec Thomas Delussac, j'ai fondé NAMX. Je porte au fond de moi, depuis ma prime jeunesse, une passion viscérale pour l'automobile. Et je porte au fond de moi l'ambition de contribuer à en transformer l'expérience. NAMX est le nom de cette ambition. Un projet collectif, construit avec les meilleurs partenaires techniques et industriels d'Europe, bâti avec les talents, énergie d'Afrique, d'Europe et du Moyen-Orient. J'ai à mes côtés des associés et des experts d'envergure mondiale. Pierre Gilles, Ibrahima Sissoko, Alain Dibouane, Mustapha Mokas, Tam Oumar Qatar, Raphaël Schotten. Ils sont originaires des deux rives de la Méditerranée, qui se parlent et s'enrichissent mutuellement depuis plusieurs millénaires. Et ce sont toutes ces forces que nous avons combinées pour créer de nouveaux horizons. Chez NAMX, comme chez Pininfarina, nous aimons l'automobile. Nous pensons que c'est l'une des plus grandes inventions de l'homme. C'est celle qui nous emmène où l'on veut, quand on veut. Nous aimons la liberté qu'elle octroie, les paysages qu'elle ouvre, les sensations qu'elle procure. Nous aimons la route et nous aimons le mouvement. Mais vous en avez conscience. L'automobile est à la croisée des chemins. Parce qu'elle est le symbole du siècle précédent, de ses progrès comme de ses excès, de ses succès comme de ses dégâts. Il faut changer de paradigme pour avoir sa place dans le nôtre. Et comme vous savez ici le dire mieux que moi en italien, bisogna cambiare tutto affinché nulla cambi. La pollution n'est plus une option. Notre planète est malade. Mais aujourd'hui, nos yeux sont ouverts et vous le sentez et vous le constatez. Le temps du changement est venu. Dans le monde, c'est plus de 1,4 milliard de voitures qu'il nous faudra renouveler en 2050. NAMX est un projet industriel et technologique porteur de modernité pour la mobilité écologique du futur, et on s'attaque de front au plus grand défi de notre temps. Limiter le réchauffement du climat sans sacrifier la mobilité humaine et le développement qu'elle engendre. Conserver la liberté humaine acquise grâce à l'automobile du XXe siècle, tout en sauvegardant notre si précieuse planète. Vous croyez déjà avoir entendu ce discours, je pense. Vous n'avez pour partie pas tort. C'est le discours que portent les constructeurs de voitures électriques à batterie. C'est celui que relaient les commentateurs complaisants. Ils oublient la Terre retournée, forêt, fracturée, à la recherche de métaux rares. Et nous parlons très peu des contraintes de la recharge, 8 fois plus longues que le plein. Et ils ne disent rien du recyclage incertain des batteries. Notre conviction et notre parti pris, c'est l'hydrogène vert. Une énergie non émettrice de CO2 dès lors qu'elle émane de sources renouvelables. Une énergie qui promet un plein en seulement 4 minutes, capable de soutenir une mobilité de plus de 800 km, avec une batterie 10 fois plus petite que celle des véhicules électriques à batterie. Dans un monde où les besoins énergétiques demeurent immenses, NAMX se donne pour mission de généraliser le recours à l'hydrogène vert et de massifier l'usage des véhicules qu'il propulse. Chers amis, je le disais en introduction, ce jour n'est pas un jour comme un autre. Aujourd'hui s'ouvre l'ère de la mobilité infinie. Dans quelques instants, vous découvrirez le prototype que nous avons conçu et qui vous attend juste à gauche. Cette notion de mobilité infinie est un changement de paradigme pour la mobilité dans le monde. On dit souvent qu'il n'y a pas de stations hydrogène, qu'elles sont très coûteuses à développer et qu'elles sont difficiles à déployer. Nous sommes évidemment conscients de ce problème majeur depuis de nombreuses années. Nos équipes et talents technologiques ont travaillé conjointement afin d'apporter une nouvelle solution qui répond à cette problématique de manière fiable, facile et futuriste. Rendez-vous compte, mesdames et messieurs, cela veut dire que, avec cette innovation, il existe dès maintenant une vraie solution au défi de la mobilité propre, et ce, sans aucune contrainte ajoutée. NAMX est donc bien plus qu'un projet de mobilité. C'est un projet de liberté, d'harmonie et de beauté. Et la voiture qui se trouve à ma gauche est le résultat de près de 5 ans de travail. Cette voiture, nous l'avons appelée HUV, HUV for Hydrogen Utility Vehicle. C'est le premier SUV premium à hydrogène avec un système de stockage hybride. Et le premier, je l'espère, d'une longue série dans l'histoire de l'automobile. Cette voiture, je peux le dire, J'en suis immensément fier. Thomas Delussac, qui l'a dessiné avec le soutien des équipes exceptionnelles de Pininfarina, a su insuffler dans ses lignes et ses angles l'esprit de liberté et d'avant-gardisme qui caractérise notre projet. Il a conçu une forme unique, tournée vers le futur, dont il vous décrira tous les détails. Je voudrais seulement dire ceci. Le HUV de NAMX est l'incarnation d'un rêve que nous nous sommes donné collectivement les moyens d'accomplir. Nous avons choisi de travailler avec Pininfarina parce que nous savions que c'était la promesse de l'excellence et du grand style. Nous sommes heureux que la contribution de Pininfarina pour l'histoire de l'automobile puisse ainsi se prolonger dans le futur de la mobilité hydrogène grand public. Et tous les partenariats industriels, technologiques que nous construisons aujourd'hui procèdent de la même logique et de la même ambition. Mettre le meilleur de la créativité et de l'innovation au service d'un projet de liberté et de mobilité infinie. Une chose encore. Je voudrais vous raconter une histoire. Ce qui fait de NAMX une entreprise inédite, c'est que nous sommes un projet industriel et technologique qui prend racine en Afrique. Nous sommes riches de la verticale Afrique-Europe. D'abord, parce que c'est ce que nous sommes. Et c'est ce que sont nos actionnaires et nos soutiens de la première heure. Et je veux les saluer ici. C'est aussi, à titre plus personnel, ce que je suis. Par mon père, qui, venu du Maroc, a construit dans les chaînes d'assemblage automobile des milliers de voitures. Mais surtout, et plus encore, parce que c'est ce que nous serons. Nous souhaitons industrialiser notre HUV autour de ce bassin méditerranéen. Alors, mesdames et messieurs, vous l'aurez compris, notre histoire est une histoire de première. Notre histoire est une histoire de pionniers, de défricheurs, d'avant-gardistes. Et vous en aurez vu le commencement. Merci à toutes et tous. L'ère de la mobilité infinie commence maintenant. Merci. Nice to meet you. Thank you. So, oui, là.
Hello, everybody. I am Thomas de Lussac, co-founder and designer at NAMX. I have created my own design studio 20 years ago, and I have created many products in many areas, like furniture, jewels, connected product, and many other products, but nothing compared to the NAMX project. Today, I would like to introduce Kevin Rice, Head of Design at Pininfarina.
So, one thing I need to ask you, Thomas, is before we get into the details of this vehicle, is what were your inspirations? What were yours and also Fauzi's intentions for this vehicle? I'm fascinated. Can you give us a little bit of an overview of that?
Okay. As you know, Kevin, design is not only about nice shapes. Design is about bringing new experiences. Design is about how you can change people's life with new ideas. My work at NAMX is to have a global view on the design, on both function and aesthetics. My work is to create the best solution to bring the ultimate user experience. With Fauzi, we had 4 years to think about the style that we wanted to have on this car. We had a clear product vision. This vision was that we wanted to have a design which would express strength, power, and dynamism. A bit different than what you can see on some electrical car that we found too soft, too fluid, and sometimes too boring. In my work, what I try to do often is to link the past and the future. It's what I call the retro-futurist style. My source of inspiration are science fiction, which I love, and the American design from the 60s. And with the HUV, what we have tried to do is to take the inspiration from the muscle car, the American muscle car from the 60s, and to transform this inspiration, this energy, into a completely innovative car. But as Fauzi and I, we are also European. We wanted to bring this European touch, this touch of class, with beautiful lines which goes from the front of the car to the back of the car. And to do that, we came to visit Pininfarina. We met all the teams, and we decided to work together. So thank you very much, Kevin, for that. But I have one question, Kevin. What was your first feeling when you first met Fauzi and I, when you discovered the NAMX project?
Well, it's really interesting you should ask that because, as you rightly said, design is much more than just a collection of shapes. And the first thing that really, really impressed us was looking at this really innovative idea, this technical idea that you came up with. And not only was it innovative, but really well thought through, all the way through. Not just the design of the vehicle and the way it's powered and so on, but how you can actually use it in real life. And that really, really impressed us that, you know, you spent such a long time thinking through, you had solutions to all the different aspects of the design. But what really surprised us was yours and also, of course, Fauzi's love and passion for, shall we say, old-fashioned cars. And it was this that really surprised us in a really positive way, because it's this passion that you've got for expressive, dynamic design. And that's not typical to the startups today. So that really excited us and really motivated us to start moving forward with this design. And it's this expressive design, I think, which really caught everyone's attention. And it's a sensual design. It touches the emotion. And that's definitely not true of most startups. Pininfarina, in the last 90 plus 2 years, obviously sees design as much more than just styling. It's about innovation. It's about giving life to visions. As we say, we move dreams to create unique experiences for people using our designs. And that fits perfectly with your dreams and your visions. And I think it's really exciting also for us. And when we talk about innovation, innovation is not just the vehicle itself, but we had to innovate our way of designing. And it's the first car that's been done that's completely virtually done. Yeah? And you guys can test out a little bit later when we're going through question and answers and so on. You can test out the state-of-the-art system we now use, mixed reality. It's the first time we've done a complete car to this stage purely virtually. So that was a great challenge for us, despite all the experience we've got. That was a challenge for us, and it was also a way for us to accelerate our own skill sets. So not only was it kind of an exciting project, but it also made us think and rethink about how design should be done. Now, talking about translating the NAMX philosophy into design, I guess, is it okay if I explain a little bit of how we did that?
Yeah, in fact, I wanted to ask you anyway, so please.
Now, innovative design must express the technology that it's covering. That is the most important thing for successful design. Now, this particular case, there is a unique part of the rear, which we'll come to in a moment, but because of the new technical approach, this part of the car is much higher than it would be on a normal vehicle. And even despite the fact that it doesn't have a petrol engine, it still needs cooling. It needs extensive cooling. So the vehicle is quite high and it's quite wide to allow that technology to breathe correctly. So based on your love and inspiration for expressive design, the big challenge for us was how to go from these high points, higher than normal, in a really dynamic way. And what's happened here is we've accelerated from this high point at the front, high points at the rear, and it's created almost like a subconscious X in the core of the vehicle. So that's absolutely Pininfarina, really, one of the most important parts of our success is design quality. Now, that is a little bit of a black magic art. People say, what does design quality mean? So, for example, tuning this X on the body and being able to press that either in plastic or metal panels is really tricky. So when you come up and later take a closer look at the car, you'll notice the X where it crosses is right in the middle of the gap. So there's no pressing problems, there's no quality issues, and that meant we had to design the whole car many, many times to make sure that the cross is right in the middle. Of course, the door also has the button. So that was, again, another wonderful challenge, which we really enjoyed fulfilling. But what's really unique about this car is the visual soul of the vehicle, the optical soul of the vehicle. And why that's important is, if Davide can start moving the car around, please. Yes. Yeah? What's really important is normally the soul of the vehicle you find at the front of a vehicle, or you find in the middle of the vehicle. But because we know this new innovative approach to this vehicle, especially in what's going on in the rear of the vehicle, this new technical innovation actually creates a valid home for the soul of the vehicle. So it is the only vehicle I know of where the visual, the design soul is actually in the rear, and of course there's a really good reason for that.
Thank you, Kevin. As you know, green mobility is the great challenge of the next years. Electrical cars are an answer, but electrical cars have different problems. The first problem is that is autonomy. Autonomy is too short. The second problem is charging time, which is too long. The third problem is pollution. Pollution by producing the batteries and pollution by recycling the batteries. Another problem that we have to face is that, as you know, in 2035, it will be forbidden to sell thermal cars in Europe. So we had to find a solution. We have worked together at NAMX to find the ultimate user experience solution. So in 5 seconds, we'll show you more about it.
That's much lighter than I thought. Goodness me.
This is a swapping hydrogen capsule. Very easy to swap. In a few seconds, you can charge enough hydrogen. You can see, maybe we can come closer to the people, yes. If some people want to touch it or to see it. If you want to
take it in your hand dry. Yeah. It looks heavier than it really is.
How many kilograms? Come on.
8 kilograms.
8 kilograms.
Yes, yes.
Yes, true. Smartphone.
Who's strong enough? Who's
Smartphone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to give you some more technical details.
Yes, thank you.
In our system, we call this capsule CAPEX. In our system, we have one, maybe, David, we can turn a little bit the car. Yes, thank you. We have one main fixed hydrogen tank inside the car, and we have, you can stop. And we have 6 smaller tanks here that we call the capsule. These smaller tanks can be swapped very easily. In a few seconds, you can swap one, so in approximately 2 minutes, you can swap the 6 capsule. We have 2 ways to charge our car with hydrogen. The first way is the classical way. You go to the next hydrogen station, if you found one, and with the pump, you put hydrogen inside the car. This will fulfill not only the fixed tank, but also the swapping tanks. This will bring you 800 kilometers of autonomy. 800 kilometers. This is, for example, the distance between Paris and Saint-Tropez, which is great.
Yes.
Another point that I would like to talk to you today is about the design. As you can see, at NAMX, we have an offer with a premium car. But also, the new thing is to have also a premium way to charge energy. NAMX is a new vision, not only driving, but also charging energy. For the first time in car history, we will be able to put hydrogen capsule in a car. And as you can see, the design, it's beautiful, it's easy to manipulate. What do you think of it, Kevin?
Well, I think it's interesting that the gentleman here who first got it in his hands, thought it was more than it was. He wants to use it to work out in the gym. And I think that hits on a really important point, that all the world's most successful designs have a desirability that goes way beyond their technical function. And I can kind of see it as a luxury form of a new baggage, a new kind of almost fashion accessory. I don't know, I can see people in the Champs-Élysées walking along and this is their bag, I could really see it as a fashion luxury item in that sense, just purely because there's something about the design which touches the emotions. Yeah. And anything which touches the emotions, touches the soul, is going to be automatically desirable. This is desirable, and of course, the car itself has this desirability, and that is so important to ignite people's interest in things. Yeah. And that goes just way beyond the technical, it goes into the emotional, and this car is full of emotion. Yes. That emotion comes from you, we've accelerated that emotion, and we've expressed it in this beautiful, elegant, timeless form. So, iconic form as well. It's a very, very characteristic design, unmistakable, and I can still hold it. So it's definitely not a problem in terms of weight. Yeah.
I would like to add one word. This capsule will be available everywhere. But today, I will not reveal anything about our distribution system because this will be revealed in Paris at the automotive show in Paris in October. So what I would like to say is today is in the name of NAMX. Thank you very much to the Pininfarina team. Thank you, Kevin, for such a great work. And thank you to all the people who have believed in our project. Thank you.
Thank you.